Recently, Sigmas have become very popular. Young people try to imitate cool characters, but why do they always choose such bad examples? However, there is a man that every man in the world looks up to. He's unforgettable if you watch this anime at least once. Great teacher Onizuka. Today I'm going to tell you a story that will be out of interest to those who haven't watched this anime, but also for the fan I have few tricks up my sleeve as well. Today you're going to hear why this anime will teach you how to live, at what age you should watch it to understand it, and why GTO has only gotten better with time. At the microphone as always is your favorite Ikari, let's go! Long time ago, with only a few months left until the release of the first episode of One Piece, the first episode of an anime that will affect generation in the future appears on the screen. Japanese television aired the program in the evening and rated R17 for its excessive vulgarity and open violence. But what did this old anime show us that not only keep it real but also become more modern? Former Onibaku gang member Onizuka wants to become the coolest teacher in Japan. Why a teacher? Because school are full of sexy high school girls. But as he goes to school, he gradually reveals a different side to us. He reveals his real reason for waiting to be a teacher. Even since he was a kid, he hated school. Teachers who think they are smarter than everyone else, bullying students, and the usual boredom of high school. He knew it all from the start. Hiding under the mask of a joker, he was determined to change this vicious cycle. But how does our hero want to solve these problems? He wants to be not only a teacher, but a true friend. One who will help his students and consider them his equals. Class, let's play some board game. Social studies, let me tell you some scary story, or not so scary, but it's actually a little more complicated than that. Our hero is sent not just to ordinary classes, but to the worst. Classes with hooligans, gangsters, shimmers, and all of these kids have one thing in common – a huge hatred for adults. Some have been betrayed by their teachers and no longer trusted them, some have problems with their parents, and some are bullied by their classmates. And Onizuka is the one who wants to help each of these kids. In his own way, not quite usual, but he helps people. That's why the anime is divided not into the usual series, but into the lesson. And importantly, the characters in this anime grow along with the events that happens to them. This applies not only to the main character, but also to all secondary characters. It's as if we are shown a slice of life of real people who can get better or worse over time. I would say it's like looking toward an old parenting album. But on the other hand, the story simply tells you about the problem of its characters and how those problems are solved. No complexity, no arrogance, this anime just shows things as they are. If Onizuka had made a modern gangster anime like Tokyo Avengers, he'd solve their problems in one episode. Arrive on a motorcycle, destroy all the gangs and go home to eat his soup. I watched this anime before, but when I saw the first episode of GTO after all these years, I was honestly a bit shocked. As soon as you press play, it's like you're transported right to the screen. The atmosphere of Japan in the late 90s, charismatic characters, intriguing plot, you're literally drawn into this anime from the first episode. There aren't many anime that can do that. It leaves such a strong aftertaste that you sit and watch it for a few more minutes, thinking you watched one of the best episodes ever. And I'm not exaggerating at all. Imagine that your favorite anime starts out as a full-length movie. They cut all the nonsense out of it, showing a small but complete story and squeeze the real emotion out of you. They purposely made the first episode 48 minutes long to hook you from the start, and holy shit! It works! Honestly, I was moved almost to tears at the end of the episode, so you realize how fucking awesome it was. But then I immediately wondered, how? When I first saw this anime when I was 16, it didn't make such an impression on me. I watched a few episodes and then gave up, so you need to be older to understand this anime. No, I think it's something else. GTO has actually gotten better since then. The jokes have gotten funnier and the tragic story of people have gotten even more tragic. How did that happen? We are all so tired of these TikTok memes that sometimes watching an old but sincere anime makes you laugh from the bottom of your heart. It's the same with drama. We live in such a stone jungle and spend so little time socializing that we look suspiciously like 90s Japan. This anime raises relevant questions. Why study so hard if even the best university students can find a job? Why work to the point of a nervous breakdown for a promotion if even big companies can go bankrupt? Instead, why not help kids find themselves, discover their passion and make friends? This anime teaches valuable life lesson. But is this anime really that profound? How can anime even affect your life? To answer that, let's go back to the beginning. Remember when I say that instead of the usual series, they are lesson? Well, there is a reason for that. Each episode or arc is trying to teach you something. For example, here is a series about a boy who is bullied by their classmates. It seems clear, you cannot do that, and in general bullying is bad. But to me it's just obvious stuff. Take any other episodes and we will see the same thing. A schoolgirl has a problem with confidence and Onizuka helps to solve them. And you'll ask, well, what can I learn here if only the obvious things are discussed? The protagonist can teach you himself. Unlike some self-help books, he won't tell you what he does and why. Instead, you follow this amazing man and realize things for yourself. No matter what he helps you with, Onizuka is always Onizuka. Throughout the anime, the protagonist emphasizes the importance of sincerity. This was a problem for the people of Tokyo 25 years ago, and it remains a problem for us today, but even more acute. People are afraid to show them slaves, hiding behind masks of indifference. No, the Sigmas are about the same thing, cool heroes who don't show their emotions and think they are better than others. As you age, you become less concerned about others' opinion. People have different interests such as anime, TV shows, playing guitar or dressing in JoJo suits. To be happy, you have to be honest with your friends, your parents and greatly everyone around you. That's what Onizuka told me, and that's what makes it different from newer anime. Yeah, the anime creators have honed the character designs, improved the animation and create a set of perfect comedic devices, but behind all of that there is something not enough of this simple and heartwarming story that Onizuka is. I can recommend this anime to everyone. Whenever you are a fan of psychology, drama or maybe comedy, it's an amazingly cool experience that you'll remember for years to come. I hope we will see more animes pure and wonderful as school teacher Onizuka.